Well, hello there everyone. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. But first, let me make sure I've finished setting up my audio. Okay, we're good. So today, part of what we're going to be doing is working on the landscape material. I've been doing some work to it recently, but we're not done just yet. So I want to continue on that, since it won't be too long until our tech demo, so I want to make sure everything's good to go. So what we're working on, that is too dark. Anyways, what we're working on is landscape variation, so it's not so visible where it's tiling, which actually won't be difficult, but it'll just be a little time consuming. So, we will get started on that. So how's everyone doing today? You can't remember which one's already. Okay, did that one. Still need to do this one. I'm really glad to hear it. I can't wait either. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to like seeing everybody getting to explore it. Hello there. Okay, so this is still on the main RVT, RVT volume. So let me go over this direction. I just started. It's going to be a little bit different today. We're going to focus on the landscape material for a little bit. I've been working on it a lot this week. And one of the big things I've been doing is, for one, giving it more depth by giving it a height effect. And two, covering up tiling with variation. So, we're going to make sure that gets implemented everywhere today, not just the couple of places I've done it so far. We do have, technically this one is a conifer biome, but we also have another separate one right outside of the redwoods that is going to be coast redwoods and firs, things like that. Making sure this is all set up the way I need it. We're just going to copy. Which one is that? Okay. So I have the landscape split up into four separate landscape materials. It's all referencing the same one, but means I need to update each one. So what I just enabled is the height effect that I implemented. Sorry, my throat's a little weird today. So the height effect will make it look like this, how you see it's kind of sticking up a little bit. But what we're going to focus on is variation right now. So it still needs to be done here. Let me see if I'm using the second layer. Okay, I'm not. So I guess this will be a little bit more technical than most of the streams, but it's for a good, big result. Very worth it. So I'm going to remove... I had this old version of variation that I was using. We're not going to use that now. Yeah, this goes to mask, normal. Okay, that's what I thought. I believe we're looking into that. I don't know for sure what the plans are for it. But I was talking about that exact thing with Islander not too long ago. Oh, I see. I see. Just have to figure out how each one of these... It's been a while since I set them up, so... have to take a moment. Not a specific date yet, but I can tell you we're working on it daily, getting the demo going. I actually just compiled a build last night of the demo again. UVs, that's going to come from here. Yeah, I think it'd be cool too. I'm sure they will, because that's more on the programmers than myself, but I'm sure they will. Let's see, that should do what I'm wanting. So what I just did was set up variation, so it'll hide the tiling for this specific landscape layer, which you don't want tiling. It's ugly. Definitely planning on it coming soon. And this will take a moment each time I update this. We have to wait for the landscape material to recompile. I know this might be a little boring to watch, but figured we'd do something a little different, especially since it has such a big effect when it's done. Okay, looks like it worked. So what we're doing, it's harder to see on that because we have a lot of needles on it, but it will break up the tiling, which you'll be able to see better here once I implement it. So that worked for that one. So we have to go through not all of these, but a lot of them. I've already done it with some of them, so there's some we can skip. Pretty sure it's on this one already. Yes. I know we definitely plan on different skins. I'm just not 100% sure on how they're implementing it. Okay, this one needs it. You'll see better in just a moment what I'm actually doing. That needs it. It took a while to find a good solution for variation because we have a really complicated landscape material because of all the features that we needed. So I can't always use the same things that other people would use. That is one of the pathways. Good on that one. Just a few more to look at. This one is good. Ah, excellent. Don't need to do that one. But we also don't need this. So in just a moment I can apply this and you can see what it is we're doing. I think I actually set it up yesterday for the riverbed, so I need to look and see how that came out. Just one thing I forgot to check on a few of them. I'm removing the old method I was using because it really wasn't good enough. Okay, that one's good. It's good. It would just be wrong if you didn't. But yes, definitely planning on demo coming pretty soon. I've compiled or packaged 4 builds of it so far. We're just testing for any... I mean, there are of course going to be some bugs because we're still pretty early on, but we're testing for any really problematic bugs. I'm just removing this old variation method I had. This one... Which one is, mud snow, ground stones. Okay, yeah, this is the one I wanted to do first. I'm gonna have to think on that. Honestly, I am trying to make it to where there's nowhere that's particularly too much safer than other areas, so it's a little hard to say, but this is also the human island that we're on right now. So it Okay, yeah. So it's going to change a little bit. And I'll go back later and clean up these materials a little bit more, but this will work for now. And clear out the old stuff. Let's see what that did for the path. And of course we'll need to tweak it a little bit because it's not going to be perfect right away, but the goal here is to make it not repeat itself as much. The texture on the landscape. Always a fun problem to solve. Ah, yes, that did a little bit better. Definitely need to tweak it a little bit because you can still see it repeating. But it did help. Yeah, I think this is... yes, D. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to want to play the bigger and more dangerous ones the most. Variation? Let's see, I think I had that set 2 or something. Have to see which one it was I set it up on already. C, D. I thought it was B that I already set up a little bit. But I might be wrong. Okay, it's this one. So we want 1.75 and 10 to start with. Oh yes, I just kind of want to destroy things, you know? Completely reasonable. Okay, that's a start. 2 and 1,000. Luckily, this is going to get a little bit easier soon, probably, because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the setup the way it is, where I have 4 separate materials for different quadrants of the landscape. So it should get a little bit easier. That can all stay the same. I'm just going to change that. What was it, 512? Yes. Yeah, I'll definitely have to mess around with this to remove the tiling completely, but it is a start. I at least really like how the height looks now on it. So much better looking. But let me build these real quick to make sure that we're actually seeing an accurate representation here. As you see, there's quite a bit that goes into any landscape material for a big game like this. I also would love to play a Velociraptor though. I like how speedy and intelligent they are. Flat map A size, don't know if I changed that. I did not. So what this does basically is it will take parts of the same texture you're already using and kind of move it around a little bit, change colors and heights and things like that to break up tiling, which you can still see the tiling right here, but that'll just take some extra playing around with it to get it to a good value. The demo should be, but the full game is going to take longer than that. We're planning on early access by next year, hopefully. The beginning of next year is what we were thinking, but we don't have a solid date yet. But we definitely want to aim for that because we feel we're at a good point where we could do that. As in, most of the mechanics we need for the game are working. Performance is pretty good, and that is already set up. I apologize if this is a little boring to watch, but it's going to be a good result when it's done. That is good. And we need it here. Yeah, I'm really excited for everybody to play it. It's going to be awesome finally getting to have everybody playing it. This is just pure spaghetti. Completely reasonable. You know, I have a feeling that will happen. And thank you. We definitely spend a lot of time working on both the map and the dinosaur models. Personally, I could never make dinosaur models like that. I cannot sculpt to that level. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. The winner is obviously the better prey, so you gotta kill him. Let's go see how this looks. Each time I make one of these changes, I need to go take a look at the actual material on the landscape, make sure it didn't make it look ridiculous or something. It shouldn't, but you never know. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's not in this area. So we will load out here and go find it. I think it's in the jungle. I think it will. We already have quite a few funny clips of bugs and things like that that have happened and other fun stuff while we're playing it. Like early on when we were setting up interactions with foliage. Where's this? We had a dinosaur walk into a tree and get launched up into the air, and it was pretty great. This is it. The gray material. That's what we're using. There we go. I am going to change this path material though because I don't actually like it, but it's better than what we had. Let me see which one this is. Main. Very good. We're actually not far off from finishing this already. This is the same. I'm just updating the material to have variation so it doesn't repeat as much, or at least I'm setting it up. It'll take some time to tweak it to where it looks as good as it can. I think it will have a lot of moments like that because it's a good looking game and it has lots of areas that would really work for that. We don't need that. So some of these have an older implementation of what I'm doing now, where they were trying to cover up tiling, but it's not nearly as good as the newer solution that I'm setting up. Go. Where's this going? I see. Anything else? Wait a moment. Why did I do that? Is that connected directly into roughness? Why? We're gonna have to go look at that for sure. Yeah, this makes a big difference because we also get the height effect without actually running displacement on the landscape, which is pretty heavy. But we do need to look at this because I'm not sure if this will look quite right. So we're going to load somewhere where that material already is. And I know for sure... Actually, I don't know. No, it is there. Yes, there is a different ambient sound for the redwoods. That's it. Gray landscape material. Upgrade. Let's go. Just have to wait for shaders to compile before we can see it. Oh, that actually did come out good. So that is the one we just modified. So that's pretty solid. I'll take that. I'm not 100% sure on the plans for the Raptor, but I would assume that probably will happen. Okay, so this is good. Are you sure you're not a little bit biased? Just a little bit? But I agree, it does look good. I heard there's this really great guy working on the map. Just a rumor. But this one will be in the desert. You would never be biased. No, sir. Nope. Oh, it's down there. Why is that connected separately? I guess I'll leave it, but it's a little odd. It's true. It's true. Or so I've been told. I don't know this for sure. Well, ask. This one we might have to mess around with it a little bit because it's set up a bit weird. I'll take it. So that one we just changed is going to be over in the desert, but there's one more after this, and that's over here, so we're just going to change that one before we go to see the other one. I also can't wait. I'm just excited to see everybody playing on the map. It feels very strange when you've spent so much time working on something and to see people running around on it and having a good time. That is a good feeling. So how is this set up? Okay, I see. Are oh, I think my tree might be arriving right now. I have yet another tree showing up. I know, very surprising. See, this is a performance hack right here. Delete the landscape material. Don't use one. Use your imagination. There we are. So it's this smoother sand mixed in. That's the one we just changed. It's going to take just a moment though. It's freaking out because it has to compile so many shaders. So that one looks like it's good. So this is, you can see here, this is what it does. It'll take little smaller parts of the texture and move it around a little bit to make it less obvious that it's repeating. It's a good look. And it looks like it worked out here too, so let's just go see the one that's in the desert, and then we can actually make stuff. We're going to load a huge section of the desert because we can. I do need to copy the settings though from here. Just copy all of them. What's this? Why do I have another window? What is it? Cooperate. Aha. Okay. So now we can copy it. And I'm probably going to tweak this per quadrant of the map, but we're just going to start off with the same settings everywhere until I have more time to sit around and stare at the ground for an hour. 128. Golf. think I left all those as they are. Here we go. So this will probably need a little tweaking. Let's see though. Let's look at another part of the landscape that's a little more sculpted than this. And we'll probably have to recompile virtual textures so we can see what it looks like. Because right now it's going to look a little weird. Definitely going to have to change some values because at the moment I do see the tiling. But I'm just glad it's set up because now I can change it. Let's see. Over here is what we're looking for. There's a Oasis ground material. And that is the one that I wasn't sure about. Okay, it came out fine. Muy bien. Okay, so we can close all that. In that case, we will return to the jungle. It's one of the areas I've been working on a little bit more lately, so we're going to spend a little more time there today. Because there are some parts of the jungle where it's too dense or it has plants that I don't want to use anymore, that kind of thing. So I've been working on setting up clearings, things like that, and also just always adjusting the foliage distribution. So there's a good chance we'll actually wipe out the foliage right here and replace it. This particular spot looks pretty good. Oh yes, clearings. Oh yes. I did want to see, there's a spot over in the cove where I feel like I got the foliage just perfect there. And I want to see, I've made a few different procedural volumes to get me started in each area. Don't remember which one I used over there. Ah, that's it. Let me take a look. Okay, so I definitely don't want these anywhere. I absolutely hate these trees. They're always in the way. They really don't look that great compared to the others, so... we're going to replace it. This is in the debris. So I think we'll replace it with a plant instead of a tree. Well, we could do a small tree. Maybe this? Could do some of those, maybe. That's more of a ground cover kind of tree. Maybe one of the saplings. Yes, horseshoe crab gang. I said that almost right away today in the developer channel. I think we're going to use that. Here we do want shadows on it. I'm going to replace the other one too because... Oh, actually, didn't even think about it. Okay, I did already replace it. And trees. This is one I've been tweaking a lot, so we're going to change this. I don't want so many different types of the same tree. So there are a few I've been removing. Oh yes, you're absolutely right. Actually, I'm going to keep that one. Okay, so let's see what volume we're using over here and find the worst spots and fix them up. I should probably start posting more of them in the Discord because I have a million screenshots. Okay, so this spot is definitely... Actually, I like how this looks. We're keeping it. Some of these are a little bit too dense though. So we're going to do a little detailing right now and pick individual trees. Get out of my swamp. Because I mostly like the distribution in this area, it's just some spots it's a little bit too dense. Like, I hate when they crowd up around the big fig trees. Yeah, as long as Islander's cool with it, I will post a trillion screenshots in the Discord channel, because I take them all the time. I would imagine as long as it's something that we've shown everyone, then it should be fine. So what we want to prevent is really dark spots. That's one thing I'm doing right now. And when they bunch up around another tree and basically share a canopy, it gets really dark. That causes kind of noisy lighting with lumen, which we don't want. We want to make sure to let in some light in some spots. We don't have to make it open necessarily, because that wouldn't really feel like a jungle, but enough light that we can prevent the noise. But I think this is more what I'm going for now. A more dense canopy using bigger trees to do that, because I think that makes it feel more like a jungle without actually overcrowding the area under. Definitely. I think if I made it actually realistic, everyone would probably hate it. Just yeet all the trees into the same spot. There you go, jungle. Okay, this spot is definitely too dense. You have a point. Yeah, I definitely want it to be dense, as long as it stays playable. That's like my thing, really dense foliage. I love it. Because any real forest, really, if you go in there, it's incredibly dense and full of plants and trees. And a lot of games just don't feel like that, so I try to emulate that feeling. There we go. Let in a little bit more light over here. So this is usually what I'll do. I'll quickly place all the trees in an area, and then I go back behind it and check it and clear out certain spots that need it. I agree. I plan to do some of that, at least with effects, but to have them actually be AI would be pretty heavy on performance, so I'm just going to find cheaper ways to achieve it. See, some spots get like this, where they bunch up in one area. Not really ideal. But this would be a good spot for a clearing, so I say we make it one. Oh yes. I guess I'd probably just use a particle effect. It's pretty common for birds. I think this spot would be good with some moss mounds in the middle. Thank you for watching. Moss. Haha. And right now, there's only one. Uno moss. I feel like sometimes I spend time on ridiculous things like setting up the perfect set of moss mounds in the middle of this little clearing, and nobody's ever going to think about it, but I will when I see it. That is, after I forget that I did it. Yeah, I think if it was up to me, that's probably how I would do it, but I'm not sure, because it also might feel too dead if there aren't enough people in a server. So it would definitely take a little tinkering to get that to work well. We're not going to use that. Roots, though. Roots are pretty solid. It's a vibe. Exactly. I don't know about you, but that's the thing I love about some Rockstar games. They're really good at little details, and I love it. Yeah. Props. I love making little packed level actors like this because I can drag and drop them all around, and it's also an optimization thing at the same time, so it's just all around a good thing. It is about to disappear though when I do this, so That's an annoying bug, I guess you could say. I'll save and then it disappears. So then I can go back here and change just one thing, pretty much anything. Like, this doesn't even apply to us, so... And there we go. Save and it's back. For reasons. So now, nice little clearing where I'll come across it a year from now. And maybe I'll see that moss mound again and be like, you know what? That is a vibe. I remember this. He has returned, or she, but either way, they have returned. I love how this little tool contributes to lighting because then it just blinds me when I use it too close to my face. We set up a little clearing a minute ago, but some of what I'm doing is clearing out spots that are too dense. This would also be a good clearing, so we'll put one here too. And the lighting changes a little bit right here because we're pretty close to the snow biome, which is right up there. So it starts affecting the lighting a little bit in this direction. Looks pretty nice. Oh yes. When I'm up at 2 in the morning working on the game, flashbang myself. Exactly. It will be. You have to think of everything in the context of, will this look good with a body being devoured in it? Knock knock, FBI. There's some plants I'm probably going to remove entirely from here, but we'll think more on that. That could look pretty good. I could do that. Then let's try it out with the next clearing we do in a moment. I'm sure I'll come across another spot in a second that would make a good clearing. See how it looks. I agree. I like having some spots where it's just completely full of trees. I just have to be a little careful for lighting purposes because it can get a little dark. But I do want a little bit of darkness, just not pitch black in the middle of the day. It's mainly that I don't like when these trees are right up against another tree, because that is mostly what makes it really dark. See, that already helped a little bit, but you can see over there what I'm talking about. If it gets too dark in some areas where there's a bright area just outside of it, you'll see that noise, which is something we don't want. That should help. Probably a couple of these. Yes, definitely. That there have been quite a few things people mention that have made it in. I figure it's a good idea to get the input of the people who want to play it. Because I'm just one guy, and I can't make a map perfect. But I think it can come out a lot better if there are multiple people making suggestions. There is indeed dynamic fog. If you'd like to see, I could change the weather to a thunderstorm or something, for example. And you could see the fog. I also recently added water fog, so there's a thin haze of fog that hovers over some bodies of water. You know, I think this would make a cool spot for a clearing, so let's try the grass idea, see how it looks. Because I like how it's kind of transitioning from dark to light here. That was unintended. I think I'll have to individually select that tree. It like popped up inside the other one. I agree. We have one... Actually, we have two temples now, but there's one where I did put a cherry blossom tree that I made, but I'm remaking them right now, so I haven't added more yet. But that one is still in the game, and it's in a place that you can get to pretty easily. I don't know if I already have grass right here. If not, I'll just grab some. Pulls grass out of pocket. Ah, we do have grass. Yeah, I also kind of thought that they would look good, even if it doesn't necessarily fit the biome that it's in. It looks awesome. It makes sense. Ultra dense grass. Might need a little bit of taller grass mixed in here. Actually, no, that came out pretty good. Because the viewpoint we're at right now is kind of floating above the ground. So if we look from the viewpoint of somebody actually walking in here, it looks better. This is why I love Nanite, the amount of trees I can have. 11.3 thousand of that one, 10.9. That's just in the area we have loaded. So that's about how it'll look when you walk in here. I like it. Came out good. Here, I'll get a screenshot so you can have proof. Boom. Yeah, that looks good. I think I'll do more like this. This looks really nice. So let's see where we are, because I've kind of lost where I went. Okay, got it. And part of the landscape material isn't loaded back there. Completely fine and normal. Oh wait, did I just cause it to unload? Yes, I did. I think I just need to build virtual textures is all. It runs very well. Trees are... You're on the right track, because they're normally pretty heavy in a game. But since we're using nanite, I've tailored everything on the map around that, including the foliage, so it's all as good as it could be with nanite, which is extremely good. A lot of times when you're playing a game with nanite that has a lot of foliage and it runs poorly, one of the big contributors to that is that people will continue to use older models of trees that have masked leaves, meaning it's basically just a picture on a plane. A big thing with nanite is that is extremely heavy on performance, when you would think it would be the other way around. So all of these have fully modeled leaves and no opacity like that. Let's see. Okay, I was making sure the height effects were still working out here, and they are. So I recently redid the water in this area. Let me make sure I didn't wipe out anything over here. Okay, it's good. So I think one thing we'll do, I've been holding off on this, but I think it's probably a good time for it, since we're already over here. I wanted to make water that flows down from there, probably a waterfall, to fill this, and just remove this spot where I used to have a stream. I agree. I think it's a good way to make a map is to include the people who are going to play it so that you can have an impact on how it looks in the end. So first I'm going to smooth this out a little bit before we do this, because that's a little bit too steep. I'm actually probably going to have to re-simulate this water again because of this, but that's alright. There are a few caves. There are going to be a lot more, though. I usually take breaks in between making caves because they're pretty time-consuming to make. So I usually don't do a bunch of them back-to-back. Used to be a little easier because you could just use a single model, but with nanite and lumen that wouldn't be the best option for performance. So I make it piece by piece when we have caves. Yeah, definitely too steep right here. Still a little bit too steep, but almost there. I won't go too crazy making it perfect yet because we're about to change this landscape a little bit to have a waterfall coming down from there. So it might screw up a little bit of what I'm doing. Okay, that's what I thought. It is pretty steep over here too. Oh yes. I haven't decided yet what system I'm going to use for the waterfall, so we'll probably test a couple things out. We have a plugin that I use for waterfalls sometimes, and other times it looks alright if I just simulate it, but oftentimes the simulation doesn't do a very good job with waterfalls, so we'll see. It's going to be there by simulation no matter what I do, so the question is mainly if I'm going to cover it up or not. And we'll fix that tree. But I think we'll make a little stream here coming down from a waterfall and put some mossy logs over it so you can walk over, and because it looks nice. I think it'll be a vibe. There's just one more spot I need to smooth out before that, where the stream used to be. Sounds reasonable to me. Prehistoric murder salmon. Oh, I'm going to be watching for them. I want to know when somebody finds the secrets. So far, I don't think anybody has, but we also don't have thousands of people playing it yet, so we'll be watching. I'm the eye in the sky. Just be a shame if those secrets were to change location in an update or something. Sounds like you gotta get good, man. I'm not giving you hints. Why are the trees so incredibly dense right here? We'll come back to that. That's good because I won't stop making secrets. And the more time I have, the more there will be. I'm trying to go Rockstar style on this. Probably won't be finding any UFOs, but... that would just be the desert area, which isn't even nearly done, so that would change quite a bit. I did indeed fix the ravine. Yeah, my goal is to add more secrets before the tech demo. I shall give proof. I might actually have the ravine loaded right now. Yes, I do. So I can show... Oh, no! I did fix the bridge. You know what I did forget, though? To remove the rocks blocking the path. I know. I'm basically fired. I fired myself. The immense shame that I feel. Oh, okay. Oh no, I have to work on the game. Forever. What a shame. Just gonna have to keep on making horseshoe crab temples on the side of a mountain. Don't worry about that water spike, it's natural and normal. I'm gonna go remove those rocks from the ravine right now before we make this waterfall. It will be cool to see. Either way, I pretty much always play the Eocar, and I'm probably going to continue doing that. So let's head over to the ravine real quick, fix those rocks. I left some rocks blocking the pathway there, so just need to remove those before I forget about it. They most certainly are blocking the path. Still want some of them, but some of this was unintentional. Yeah, I guess I could do that. There we go. Yeah, I also like that. I did purposely put rocks next to the path, but I didn't mean to have them blocking the path. Let's move that up. Now this one, however, actually I'll probably move this one too. Let's see. That works. Oh, I spy a bug. So we need to fix it. That boy there. Well, that's interesting. Why is it doing that? Ooh, yes, I think I will do that. Why is that one so dark? Oh wait, now I can see it. Okay. Still looks darker than it should. I'll come back later. I don't know if it's going to reach that far. Let's see. There we go. That should work. Yeah. Telling you, you gotta work on the map more. You have good ideas. This one might be a little too small. Whoops. Still needs to go up. Looks a tiny bit unnatural, but it looks cool. Let's just place more of them. You're right. I should just quit. I'm killing your immersion. How could I? Committed the cardinal sin of killing immersion. There we go. And I think there are a couple more down here. The bridge is unloaded at the moment, but I did fix the bridge. Yep, I'm right outside of the loading zone. Let's see. Looks like I didn't load the rocks either, so... There it is. But as you can see, bridge fixed. Seriously, did it move in the... Sounds like a personal problem, bro. Let's see. Let's see. Well, it was fixed, but it probably... I probably was so focused on that side that I didn't realize that... Yeah, looks like it was this side that I fixed. And I didn't pay attention over here. Allegedly. Just wanted to. I don't know, man. I think if you fall in the water, you should probably just stay there. If you can't get back out, that's on you, bro. But I guess I can, since you asked with love. Exactly. If you can get back up, there's no point. You'll feel like you can do anything, be invincible. You shouldn't feel like that. You should be worried you're going to die everywhere you go. Oh, that rock is also blocking the path. Leave me. We'll do more vines here. Just not for that one. You have a point. And it can stay that way too, because I do not want all that responsibility. I just want to make stuff. Okay, so it looks like the rest is good. Look at that. That is so much better. My god, it's beautiful. Okay, now a way up. Let's see. I'll have to leave this spot about how it is for now. I do need to cover that up, but let's pick a good spot that is floating. Ah, okay. Yeah, I really thought I had a spot here for you to be able to get back out. But sometimes you just gotta get good, so you know. It could be that that's the case here. There we go. I knew I had an actor around here somewhere for this. Need to fill in that spot. I recently redid the stream here, so screwed up a couple spots. Excellent. Never mind, not excellent. I refuse to get rid of this. Yeah, they will be. I'll have to replace them. I was just trying to find a way to not do that. However, these should still be good. I covered it up underwater. Yes, here's the spot that I made to get out over here. So over here, I think we might use this spot, but let me look for a moment. That rock is also not supposed to be there and I missed it. Camouflage rock. Exactly. Well, there used to be, but when I replaced the rocks recently, it changed my setup here, so yeah, right now this wouldn't work for getting out, so I think we'll modify that a little bit. Just deciding how I want to do it. Might even just actually put a path. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna remove some of them. I just want to see if I have a pathway I could use to get up there. Yeah, it's not smoothed. That's why the rocks are there, to cover that up. Oh, paths. Okay, so that's what I thought for that one. But I have another path that should work. I just realized I completely forgot to announce the stream, but it's also probably too late at this point. Yeah, this is just... Oh, those rocks aren't supposed to be there either. Or are those the ones you were talking about? That's what I get for rushing fixing the rocks right here the other day. Now that I do want to keep... It's this wall here that's not smoothed. There's this spot that's a little bit smoothed, but definitely not enough to get back up. But we might be able to make that work for it, so we can try. Think. Yeah, it depends. I'm gonna try. It'll also widen it out a little bit when I do that, so it may or may not work. We'll see. It'll take a little coaxing. However, I did need to fix that spot, so... Let's bring that up just a little bit. The water, as you see, overflowed a little bit right there. Probably need to remove one or two of these trees. I'll keep that one and remove this one. Yes. I might make it to where you can go up a path once you get right here, but let's see. I think it's going to end up messing up the path up here. Yeah, it's going to mess up the path. So let's put a small walkway. I'll just save this first. So it looks like we'll do the waterfall in the next stream. So I'll save it until then. Always love saving the landscape. It's lovely, isn't it? Why, thank you. So I think I can make these parts work, maybe. Let's try. I'll make kind of a little plateau here, so it's easier to walk up onto this. I'll do that part in a moment. First, we'll just find out what shape we need these. I definitely want it to look good. And run good. That is the most important thing to me. But then we can have it go up a little bit more. Use a different piece right here. This boy right here. But yes, we definitely do want it to run well. I spend a lot of time optimizing it. So we're definitely going to have to remove that tree, or we'll just move the tree a little bit. Right there. And that is a part of the landscape material, so I'll have to do that a different way. That will work. I'll just put some rocks to cover up the legs of the bridge here. I definitely am glad that you like it. We spend a lot of time on it. So that needs to be brought up just a tiny bit. Which is actually going to be a little bit difficult. You'll see why in a second. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and save before I do this. Oh, look at that. I'll have to get rid of that in a second. I think you will like it. I mean, I might be a little biased, but... I'll correct this while we're already doing this, because we still have to save and wait for the landscape to update. Might as well get the most out of it you can. I try to smooth the edges that get kind of blocky. Blockiness does not fit in our game. So now let's make this kind of a little plateau. Just a little erosion right there. And then probably flatten it and then smooth it. Then we can smooth this. It's always difficult working in really narrow areas like this. Because the landscape brushes really aren't that precise. Yeah, I'm not sure about their whole situation, but it sounds like it's been a rough one for development. Still gotta flatten this out just a little bit. We're gonna make it look ridiculous for just a moment. That was not what I wanted. I actually still need to play it. Oh, I always liked the look of it. Okay, this could work as long as I can smooth it out. That works. Yeah, now we have a way out. But we need a way out up here as well. Become the apex. I think for this spot, I was planning to have the I guess you could call it the beginning of the stream over there. I wanted that to be the exit spot. Looks like it's just a little blocked off right now. So we'll clean it up. And probably after this, I'll end the stream, because I did not sleep that much last night. We're gonna smooth that out and make it to where you can walk out over here. I'm sure we will. I wouldn't be one of the people involved in that, I don't think, but would be a good idea, I think. Yeah, that's probably true. Because it's a pretty big game, so I'm sure... I guess I've never really asked what he's doing about that, but I would assume that we're going to do that. Sure, we could. Because it definitely would be a good idea. There we go. I still wanted a little bit of a slope right there, but not too much. Did I place that there, man? Oh wait, no, that's procedurally placed. Just gotta make sure you can actually walk here. Always a good quality of pathways. That should be good for getting out of this area. I'm pretty sure it's really shallow right here. Yes. So we're good to go here. And no more rocks blocking the path. Luckily. Although it looks like that went in the way just a bit. Thank you. I definitely need to make use of the map more often for my own assets that I sell on Fab and use it as a backdrop. It would just make my trees and stuff look nice. Boom. Just like that. So we'll go ahead and stop here. I think we got quite a bit done today. But on the next stream, when we come back on Thursday, we'll do the waterfall. And I'll just wait till then to do it, and I'll just work on other things in the meantime. But thank you all for dropping by. I will be back on Thursday at about the same time. Have a good day, everyone.